Bitch say Yak must be off milk today because he eating good. What you mean? You mean like as in like I must be off it or I must like not be on it? What you trying to say? Whoever the name, mellow fellow. You don't know me. I eat good. I eat good every day, all day, yeah, man. High or not, yeah. Trying to be on the fucking milk.
You hit them talking shit to me?
I tried it though.
They talking about, you saying key?
I don't clear shit up, for real. But I'm gonna tell you how this right here, right now. Man, everybody be on there. It's milk in every drug. You feel me? That's why I said that. That's why I had said that, you feel me? It's milk in everything. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like for the people who drink liquor, for the people who smoke weed, for the people who do anything, right? Y'all don't know what's in the ingredients. Y'all don't know that. I don't even know what's like, where this shit just came from, what's been in it, how it been. You feel me? Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up for real. That's messed up. Yeah, mind your own business. For real. Cause like what you think was in lean, when y'all drinking lean and shit. But it look cool though, cause everybody's doing it. So that's peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? Peer pressure is more than just like, oh, do this, here, bro, you gotta do this. Yeah. Peer pressure stems from, okay, you grew up in an environment, oh, that's all you see around you. It's all this shit is around you, and you seeing it, and you more prone to like indulging in that shit, cause that's all you see. Yeah, it's heroin, it's heroin and lean. And what you think? What you think that shit come from? You know what I mean? Promethazine. Everything got meth in it. Crazy. You know what I mean? But I ain't know y'all was gonna hate me for that shit though. For me saying it, I just be saying like y'all be really just want to have something against me, cause like be like damn, y'all don't carry nobody else like that. I be seeing like these rappers and shit and they be I'm like, oh, this person hiding a bit. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing about it, bro. Let me in this little shit like oh, he tweaking.
Oh, buckle up. Because Kodak Black just cracked open Pandora's box on Instagram Live, and the industry might never recover. I'm talking about secrets so dirty they make Hollywood look like Sunday school. One minute, Kodak's vibing on live, sipping, joking, doing Kodak things. And the next, boom, he starts dropping truth bombs that sound like they came straight from a deleted Illuminati group chat. The man didn't hold back. Names, events, shady deals, unholy alliances. You name it, he spilled it. Social media instantly detonated. Fans screamed, "He's exposing the Matrix!" While PR teams from every label probably broke a world record for fastest crisis call ever made. Even the comments couldn't keep up. Emojis, disbelief, conspiracy theories flying like popcorn at a Tyler Perry premiere. This wasn't your average rant. This was Kodak throwing gasoline on the industry's biggest secrets and lighting the match with a smirk. And you know what's wild? Every time he tried to move on, he dropped another bomb. It was like watching a man freestyle confessions from inside the penthouse of chaos. If you thought hip-hop beef was messy before, wait until you hear what Kodak just revealed. Because this one's got careers hanging by a thread. When Kodak Black hit Go Live, nobody expected the internet to implode in real time. What started as a chill, late-night session turned into one of the most jaw-dropping exposés in hip-hop history. Picture it, a dimly lit room, Kodak grinning at the camera, background music low, and the comments section flying faster than Elon Musk's brain at 3 a.m. People thought he'd just talk music, maybe throw some jokes or preview a verse. Instead, he grabbed the whole industry by its shiny diamond chain and yanked. "Man, y'all don't even know what these rappers be doing behind the scenes," Kodak said, voice low, eyes narrowed. That one sentence was the spark. The comments exploded. "What you mean, yak? Who you talking about?" And before anyone could blink, he was off to the races. The first revelation. Apparently, there's a secret club. Not like the cool kind with VIP access and bottle service, but a literal industry circle where the biggest names in rap allegedly meet to keep their fame in check. According to Kodak, it's not about talent, it's about loyalty to a system that's got more hidden clauses than a record label contract. You think they rich 'cause they smart, he said, shaking his head. Nah, they rich 'cause they play the game. That's when the temperature online jumped from interesting to atomic. Fans clipped it, posted it, and within minutes, Chuck's Kodak Exposed started trending. Some said he was bluffing. Others swore he was risking his life. One viral tweet said, "When Kodak said play the game, I felt my ancestors side-eye the industry from heaven." But Kodak wasn't done. Not even close. He leaned closer to the camera, that signature grin fading into a cold stare. "These rappers don't even own their souls no more," he muttered. "You're listening to puppets, not people." The chat went ballistic. "Yo, is he talking about she?" flooded the comments, with fans tagging every top rapper you could name. Some people started pulling up receipts, clips, and old interviews to match his claims. It turned into a virtual investigation, with fans doing digital detective work, like they were auditioning for CSI Hip Hop Edition. Kodak kept going. "They be having these private meetings, bruh. Everybody act cool online, but behind closed doors. It's rituals, favors, weird deals. They sign their name to more than just a paper, you feel me?" You could feel the tension even through the screen. Viewers said it felt like the Wi-Fi got heavier. One fan tweeted, "Kodak talking like he trying to make TMZ work overtime." Another said, "He exposing the industry like he's in season 5 of Power." And the craziest part, Kodak wasn't even yelling. He was calm, too calm. The kind of calm you get when you've already made peace with the chaos you're about to unleash. Then came the name drops. He didn't spell it out directly, he hinted. "Some of these dudes y'all worship, they don't even write their own bars. They let them execs tell them what to say, what to wear, who to date, what drama to start." Fans immediately started guessing. He talking about Drake? Nah, he mean Future. Wait, is he throwing shade at Lil Baby? The internet went nuclear. Entire fan bases started arguing, each convinced their favorite was the innocent one. One moment went particularly viral when Kodak said, "I seen things that made me look at the game different. Y'all see diamonds and Bentleys. I seen fear." That single line turned into a quote plastered across Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit, with people calling it the realest thing any rapper's ever said. Meanwhile, music blogs were scrambling to cover it before their servers crashed. One outlet wrote, "Kodak Black just aired out hip-hop's dirty laundry, and its designer, and you could tell it wasn't for clout. Kodak wasn't plugging an album or selling merch. He was just talking, raw and unfiltered, like a man who'd had enough of pretending. I ain't scared of no label," he said, eyes flickering like a storm. "I ain't scared of no exec. If they want smoke, I'll light the match myself." That line hit different, because Kodak isn't just some internet troll. He's a man who's been through everything. Arrests, beefs, fame, betrayal, and rebirth. So when he says the industry's rotten, people listen. And this time they weren't just listening, they were believing. Comments flooded with messages like, "He's telling the truth. This why they always try to silence him." And "Notice how every time Kodak gets too real, something happens to him." That paranoia turned into obsession. Fans started connecting dots. Label feuds, random arrests, mysteriously deleted posts. Everything suddenly looked suspicious. Even mainstream celebs couldn't resist chiming in. One R&B singer commented, "He's saying what we all think but don't say." A well-known producer posted a cryptic tweet, "The game dirty. Some of us just keep our mouths shut." By hour 2 of the live stream, Kodak had over 400,000 viewers, breaking records left and right. Every 5 minutes, new viewers poured in, desperate to see what he'd say next. You could almost hear label execs smashing their phones across the country. And then, Kodak dropped the bombshell. "They tried to do me like they did others," he said, voice dropping to a whisper. "You know what happens when you stop playing by their rules? You disappear. Ask them dudes who went quiet. They ain't crazy, they just know what they saw." The chat froze. For the first time, nobody commented. Just stunned silence and thousands of wide-eye emojis. It was eerie. Like everyone watching collectively realized they were witnessing something they weren't supposed to see. Kodak smirked again. "They gon' say I'm tripping. They always do. But remember this, Liv. You're gonna see what happens next." Then, click. Live ended, just like that. Gone. Within seconds, chaos erupted. Screenshots, clips, re-uploads. The internet turned into a digital wildfire. Everyone wanted answers. YouTubers started uploading Kodak Live Explained videos within the hour. Conspiracy forums blew up with threads titled "The Kodak Black Confession, The Secret War Behind the Industry." By morning, media outlets were in panic mode. Some called it a publicity stunt. Others said it was a cry for help. But the fans weren't buying it. To them, Kodak wasn't crying. He was warning. And when his Instagram mysteriously went down hours later, that's when things got even darker. They silencing him. One fan posted, "Every time someone speaks truth, they vanish." The phrase "protect Kodak" started trending like wildfire. Memes, protest posters, even t-shirts popped up with his face and the words, "He tried to tell us." You'd think the chaos would fade, but it only got louder. Journalists who tried to debunk Kodak's claims found themselves ratioed into digital oblivion. Fans flooded their comments with, "You're part of it." The entire culture turned into a war between believers and skeptics. But one thing everyone agreed on: Kodak had said something real, something too specific, too raw to dismiss. Whether it was truth, exaggeration, or a little bit of both, the damage was done. The genie was out of the bottle, and no amount of PR polish could stuff it back in. Because when Kodak Black says, "I've seen what they do behind the cameras," it's not just gossip, it's a middle finger to an industry built on silence. And after that night, one thing was crystal clear. The music game might still be running, but the mask, it just slipped. The moment Kodak Black's live went dark, the internet lost its collective mind. It was like the universe hit pause on hip-hop and everyone, everywhere, had the same thought. Did that really just happen? Within seconds, Twitter threads turned into investigations. TikTok creators were doing frame-by-frame breakdowns of Kodak's every blink, and YouTube commentators were already uploading 10-minute videos titled, "Kodak Black exposes the truth. Full breakdown. You won't believe this." People weren't just reacting, they were spiraling. Fans screamed that Kodak had been silenced. Conspiracy theorists claimed his phone was seized. One person even tweeted, "They ended his live from headquarters." You know what headquarters I mean. Nobody knew what headquarters meant, but everyone liked it anyway. Theories started spreading faster than AI-generated Drake leaks. By the next morning, Protect Kodak and The Industry Exposed were trending in over 20 countries. Every influencer, every blog, every wannabe truth teller on TikTok had something to say. It was chaos, delicious cinematic chaos. It was chaos, delicious cinematic chaos. And yet the people loved him more than ever. Fans began treating Kodak like a folk hero, the outlaw who said what everyone else was too scared to. They printed his quotes on t-shirts, edited fan-made documentaries, and made TikTok set to "They Listening," with captions like, "The day the truth broke free." To them, Kodak wasn't just a rapper anymore. He was a symbol, part martyr, part meme, part modern-day prophet. Meanwhile, the rumors got wild enough to make Netflix jealous. Some blogs claimed the FBI had contacted Kodak for his own protection. Others said his former label had offered him millions just to retract what he said. There were even whispers that other artists wanted to team up for a truth tour, a lineup of rappers ready to speak on it. Of course, nothing official ever came out, but that didn't matter. The idea alone had fans foaming at the mouth. And then came the second bombshell. Kodak dropped another song, even more direct, titled "No Puppets." The cover, a marionette's strings cut clean through. The lyrics? Straight smoke. They tell me smile for the cameras. I show my teeth, but I ain't no mannequin. They can't program me. Labels want loyalty, but I ain't their pet. They want silence. But I'm the threat they regret. Those bars hit the internet like a thunderclap. Every lyric felt like a jab at somebody powerful. You could feel the tension building through the culture. Like everyone knew Kodak had crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. Hip-hop media was split right down the middle. Half of them called him brave. The other half called him reckless. One outlet even ran an op-ed titled "Kodak Black, the hero hip-hop needs, or the villain it deserves." Meanwhile, the YouTube commentary channels couldn't keep up. Kodak versus the industry became the biggest trending topic in months. Every creator wanted a piece of the chaos. The ripple effects reached places nobody expected. Rappers started renegotiating their contracts. Fans began calling out labels for shady business practices. People who'd never cared about industry secrets were suddenly talking about ownership, control, and creative freedom. Kodak's rant had accidentally sparked a revolution. What was meant to be a messy confession became the gasoline that reignited hip-hop's independence movement. But of course, The system wasn't about to let one man rewrite the rules. Not quietly anyway. Suddenly, weird things started happening. Kodak's interviews were getting postponed. A major magazine feature mysteriously vanished. A few radio stations claimed they'd lost the files for scheduled promotions. One PR insider leaked that certain execs were strategically minimizing his exposure. Translation: they were icing him out, slowly, silently, surgically. Still, Kodak didn't fold. He just smiled wider. When asked about the industry's cold shoulder, he laughed and said, "Ain't no shade if I brought my own light." The quote went viral again. Fans turned it into merch overnight. Kodak was playing chess while everyone else was still arguing over checkers. And then, in a twist straight out of a movie, another artist stepped into the ring. A rapper known for staying quiet suddenly went on live saying, "Kodak wasn't lying, I seen it too." No names, no details, just that. But it was enough. That single sentence reignited the entire conversation. Fans screamed, "The floodgates are open!" Twitter caught fire. Podcasts dedicated whole episodes to decoding the cryptic message, and within hours, the phrase "industry secrets" was trending again. At this point, even the people trying to cover it up couldn't keep up. Every denial looked suspicious. Every silence sounded guilty. The industry had lost control of the narrative. Kodak Black had somehow managed to turn a chaotic livestream into a full-scale cultural rebellion, all by speaking his mind. Then came the BET Awards, the first big event after everything went down. Kodak didn't perform, but everyone was watching for him. When he showed up, the entire crowd turned to look. Cameras zoomed in like it was a courtroom drama. He walked in calm, sunglasses on, wearing a black suit embroidered with gold locks, a not-so-subtle nod to his nickname, Yak. No entourage, no bravado, no chain flashing, just silence and swagger. It was the quietest mic drop in history. Fans online called it the return of the truth teller. Celebrities whispered. Industry execs looked uncomfortable, and when Kodak walked past the cameras, smirking like he knew every secret in the room, one thing became painfully obvious. The balance of power had shifted. He didn't even win an award that night. He didn't need to. His presence alone was the headline. In the weeks that followed, the entire landscape changed. Every rapper started watching their words a little closer. Labels started vetting live streams before artists could hit go live. Even managers were reportedly reminding their clients, "Don't pull a Kodak." That phrase, "don't pull a Kodak," became an inside industry warning. Code for "don't expose the business." But here's the twist. Trying to silence Kodak only made his message louder. His name became synonymous with rebellion. The same execs who tried to suppress him accidentally turned him into a movement. Fans began chanting his lyrics like protest slogans. Interviews about other rappers somehow always circled back to him. What do you think about Kodak's life? Became the new "What's your next album?" By the time his third post-scandal project dropped, it didn't even need promotion. It debuted at #1. The intro track opened with one chilling line. "I told you all the truth once, and they still ain't ready." Critics called it his most dangerous album yet. Fans called it the gospel according to Yak. And industry insiders, they called it the beginning of the end. Because here's the truth. Kodak didn't destroy the music business. He exposed it. He turned what used to be whispered in back rooms into trending topics. He forced fans to question what's real, what's fake, and what's controlled. And whether you believe him or not, one fact remains undeniable. Kodak Black said out loud what most artists only think in private, and that makes him the most dangerous man in the game. The system wanted him silent, but instead, he became the soundtrack of resistance. The labels wanted him gone, but he made himself unforgettable. The live might have ended, but the story, that's still loading. Because in this industry, secrets don't die. They just wait for someone brave or crazy enough to hit go live. And that someone was Kodak Black. And there you have it. The live that broke the internet. The confessions that cracked the code. And the rapper who dared to say what every insider's too scared to whisper. Kodak Black didn't just start a conversation. He flipped the entire table, scattered the cards, and laughed while the industry scrambled to pick them back up. From a chaotic IG rant to a cultural awakening, Yak turned exposure into an era. So if you're sitting there with your jaw still on the floor, wondering what's real and what's just PR smoke, welcome to Rap Rain, the place where truth sounds louder than the bass drop and scandal never sleeps. We don't just tell stories, we detonate them. Now smash that like button like it owes you money and drop your wildest theory in the comments. Was Kodak just venting, or did he really crack the industry's secret code? Do you think other rappers will start spilling next? Or did Yak just sign his own digital death sentence? Let's hear it, unfiltered, uncut, and unhinged. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button before the next storm hits, because around here, every week's a headline, every live's a landmine, and every secret's one viral clip away from chaos. Turn those notifications on, because the next rapper ready to talk might just shock you more than Kodak did. And when that happens, you already know. We'll be right here to unpack it, drag it, and laugh about it with the receipts. This is Rap Rain, where the truth always drops harder than the beat. Stay watching, stay loud, and remember, in this industry, the silence ain't peace. It's pressure before the next explosion. It's pressure before the next explosion. Then came the first real twist. Kodak's Instagram account, gone, deleted, like it never existed. No warning, no message, just poof. Fans took that as confirmation that everything he said was true. One viral post read, "They can delete his page, but they can't delete the truth." Another said, "You can silence the man, but not the message." You would have thought this was a revolution, not a rant from a rapper on live. People started comparing him to whistleblowers. Actual government-level whistleblowers. Tweets said things like, "Kodak Black is the Edward Snowden of hip-hop." That's right. Kodak went from rapper to revolutionary in less than 12 hours. Meanwhile, record execs probably hadn't slept since he hit the go live button. And it wasn't just the fans reacting. Celebrities started picking sides. One artist posted on their story, "He ain't lying. I've been peeped that weird energy in this business." Another tweeted, "I told y'all these labels run like cults." Screenshots of these posts went viral before they were deleted, because of course, they were deleted. That just added more fuel to the fire. Fans screamed, "They making them delete it! They scared!" But it wasn't all support. Some artists fired back, hard. One rapper tweeted, "Y'all believe anything. Kodak be high and talking crazy. Ain't no secret club, just people with talent and hustle." That post got buried under thousands of clown emojis and industry puppet comments. Another rapper tried to defend the system, saying, "Ain't no rituals, man, just business." But the damage was done. In the court of public opinion, denial was confirmation. As the debate raged on, the memes were relentless. One viral meme showed a fake Illuminati group chat with Kodak being removed by an admin. Another had him photoshopped next to Tupac, both holding "They tried to silence us" signs. The internet's creativity was unmatched. Fans even started doing fake reenactments of the live using AI voice clones, full-blown dramatizations like it was Law and Order, hip-hop crimes unit. Meanwhile, journalists were scrambling to keep up. News outlets tried to report on the chaos, but every article sounded like it was written by someone who had no idea who Kodak even was. One headline read, "Hip-hop star causes stir with alleged music industry conspiracy claims." Another, more dramatic one said, "Fans fear for rappers, safety after explosive livestream, cable." News even picked it up for a few seconds. Awkward anchors saying, "Yak," like it was a foreign word. But things got even wilder when fans started digging for proof. Reddit threads formed overnight. Thousands of users combing through Kodak's old lyrics, interviews, and videos looking for coded messages. One fan claimed he predicted the live months ago in a verse about selling your soul. Another said his old mugshot had hidden symbols if you zoomed in. The internet had officially gone full Da Vinci Code. Still, Kodak's disappearance from social media only made things worse. No posts, no statements, no clarifications. Nothing. That silence. Deafening. Fans turned it into prophecy. "If Kodak don't post in 48 hours, we ride," one fan wrote. Ride where? For what? No one knew, but everyone agreed. TikTok even created a challenge called Yak Was Right, where people played his old songs while side-eyeing the camera like they knew some secret too. Then, on day 3, just as everyone thought the story had peaked, bam! Kodak reappeared. A random clip surfaced on X, formerly Twitter, showing him outside a studio, smiling, smoking, completely unbothered. No caption, no explanation. Just Kodak being Kodak. Fans went insane. "He's alive!" Trended globally. It felt like watching Tupac walk out of hiding. Someone literally wrote, "This man faked being silenced for clout and still won." But the most shocking part, he said nothing. Not a single word about the live stream. Every reporter shouted questions. Kodak, were you hacked? Was it real? Are you okay? And he just laughed. That laugh alone went viral. The mystery deepened. Was he trolling the world? Or was he staying quiet because he knew the walls were closing in? Other artists started low-key referencing him in interviews. One producer told a podcast, "Man, y'all don't even want to know what really goes on. Kodak barely scratched the surface." That quote sent the internet into another frenzy. Fans clipped it, reposted it, and the cycle of speculation spun out of control again. The theories got darker too. Some fans claimed Kodak's label was behind the live, a controlled leak to distract the public. Others swore he'd signed a new deal in exchange for his silence. People were posting side-by-side photos of him before and after the live, saying, "His eyes look different now." One person tweeted, "This ain't the same Kodak. They cloned him." And the scary part? Thousands of people agreed. Every day, new evidence dropped. A blurry photo here, a cryptic lyric there. People were convinced Kodak had accidentally exposed the deepest layers of the industry. And now he was being handled. But amid the insanity, a new narrative started forming, one that made this story even juicier. Some fans claimed Kodak wasn't exposing the industry at all. He was warning other rappers that the live wasn't for the public. It was for the people inside the machine. The message? Play fair, or I'll talk more. Whether true or not, the theory hit hard. Suddenly, everyone was wondering, who was the warning for? And then, because chaos never sleeps, another artist went live saying, Kodak wasn't lying. Y'all just don't know how deep it goes. The internet nearly combusted. That live pulled 600,000 viewers. He didn't name names either, just echoed Kodak's energy. Now, the rumor mill was officially spinning at hurricane level. Every rapper with an ounce of mystery around them was suddenly part of the exposed circle. Memes turned into documentaries. YouTubers made 20-part investigations. Fans started connecting dots between Kodak's live, past controversies and weird coincidences in award shows and music videos. Someone even made a viral post titled, "The 7 signs you're seeing the industry's hidden hand." Kodak wasn't crazy. But through it all, Kodak stayed silent. No denial, no confirmation, just music. A week later, he dropped a new song out of nowhere. No promo, no announcement, no label involvement. The title, They Listenin'. Fans lost their minds. The cover art was a blurred out microphone wrapped in barbed wire. The lyrics? Straight heat. Y'all think I'm playing. I said what I said. Every room got ears. And they want me dead. That one bar alone reignited the entire firestorm. The track broke streaming records. The music video hit 10 million views overnight. And suddenly, Kodak's exposé wasn't just a moment, it was a movement. But while fans celebrated him as a hero, insiders were whispering, "You think the industry gon' let him get away with that?"